And even though McCreo have a large range of temperature sensors that can be used with this H5-Pro Hub, making it, in my opinion, the best smart temperature monitoring system you can buy, the H5-Pro Hub can actually be used for more than just temperature monitoring. No, this is not a temperature sensor at all, but it is another McCreo sensor, as you can see. So I'm going to pour this glass of water into this bowl that I have this inductive probe from the sensor attached to, and let's see how the sensor responds, and how fast it responds as well. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel, and I hope you like today's video. If you like smart home and automotive technology content, then hit that subscribe button because that's what you're going to see on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be introducing to you two more smart sensors from McCreo. I have already demonstrated to you how the Mocreo H5-Pro Hub works in a previous video review, and if you have seen that, you already know how amazing this device really is. But if you haven't, I would recommend watching that as well, as it will give you a good understanding of how McCreo devices work. I've been using McCreo products in my smart home now for approximately 3 months, and the high build quality and reliability of their products is unbeatable. Now, in the last review I did for the H5-Pro Hub, I demonstrated to you how well it worked with this sensor right here, the Mocreo LS1 temperature sensor. But McCreo actually have two versions of this temperature sensor, the LS1 and the LS2. At the time of the H5-Pro video, I unfortunately did not have an LS2 temperature sensor to be able to demonstrate to you, but now I do. And so the LS2 is just one of the sensors that I will be introducing to you in today's video. I'm actually going to start off by reviewing the LS2 temperature sensor to you first, before introducing you to the other smart sensor that McCreo have sent me. Okay, so yes, this is the McCreo LS2 temperature sensor. And just like the LS1, the LS2 also works using LoRa. You may remember in the Mocreo H5-Pro video how I explained to you that the H5-Pro Hub communicates with the LS1 temperature sensor using the LoRa protocol. If you have not seen that video, LoRa is a long-range wireless communication protocol, which the H5-Pro Hub has been designed to use. This, of course, making it compatible with McCreo's new range of LoRa smart sensors. The H5-Pro, however, is still compatible with McCreo's Bluetooth sensors as well, as Bluetooth is another communication protocol that is supported with that hub. However, because the LS1 and LS2 only support LoRa, it does mean that they will only work with the H5-Pro Hub only, and they will not work with McCreo's previous hub, the H5-Lite, because that hub does not support the LoRa protocol at all. Just like the LS1, the communication range of the LS2 is also rated at 500 meters, so 1,640 feet. That is without obstacles and barriers in the way, of course. However, the supported temperature range of the LS2 is different from the LS1. The LS2 can support temperatures in the range of -40 to 105 degrees Celsius. So that's -40 to 221 degrees Fahrenheit. So yes, it can support a much larger range of temperatures than the LS1. And it uses an external temperature probe to do that, unlike the LS1 with its built-in temperature probe. The LS1 has a supported temperature range of -18 to 55 degrees Celsius, so -0.4 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. The LS2 is also able to support this large range of temperatures due to its external temperature probe. This allows the LS2 temperature sensor to be used in a wider variety of applications as well, and not just refrigeration. In fact, the LS2 can be used with swimming pools, hot tubs, fish tanks, pet rooms, and a lot more as well. The LS2's inductive and waterproof probe cable is 1.5 meters in length, so 4.9 feet, and it actually connects to the LS2 sensor through a USB-C connection, which is interesting because I have not seen that with a Mocreo sensor before, but I do like how they have introduced that into the LS2's design. If you noticed this USB-C connection earlier, you probably thought it was used for charging the internal battery. But just like the LS1, the LS2 also does not use an internal rechargeable battery. It just uses the same 3 AAA batteries. But again, with McCreo's long-lasting battery life of 2 years, it definitely does not need a built-in rechargeable battery either. And I can tell you from my experience with McCreo's products, so far, the batteries seem to last forever. The LS2 is not overweight either, weighing in at only 105 grams, allowing you to easily attach it to anything using the supplied adhesive Velcro sticker here. Interestingly enough though, this is actually a little bit heavier than the LS1, which weighed only 96 grams, but this is a very minimal difference of course. The LS2 does also have the pop-up handle here as well on the top, if you prefer to hang it onto something rather than stick it onto something, which can be more convenient or depending on your use of application. Okay, and now it's time to put the LS2 to the test. Now, because of the LS2 temperature sensor's design with its external temperature probe, it is better used for things like refrigeration, swimming pools, and other uses such as that, as I have already mentioned. However, unfortunately, I don't have a swimming pool to use for testing, and because I have already tested McCreo products with my fridge before to detect cold temperatures, I want to try using it for something different, and this time use it to detect a hot temperature instead. So what I'm going to do for this demonstration is use it to detect when my kettle has boiled. So I have just paired and added the LS2 temperature sensor to the McCreo app. By the way, putting the LS2 sensor into pairing mode is exactly the same procedure as the LS1. You just hold down the setup button just here on the front of the device for 3 seconds until the status notification LED just above it starts flashing, and you can then just add the sensor to the app. Once the sensor has been added to the app, it is also automatically added to the H5-Pro Hub as well. So with the LS2 sensor all set up, I have now attached the LS2 to the wall and inserted the external temperature probe into the kettle. Now when this kettle has finished boiling, the temperature of the water will be approximately 90 degrees Celsius. So I have set up an alarm in the McCreo app to 85 degrees Celsius. So when the LS2 temperature sensor detects that the temperature has reached 85 degrees, it is going to sound the built-in alarm of the H5-Pro Hub for me, as well as send me a notification message to my tablet as well to let me know that the kettle has boiled. No, this is obviously not a use that the LS2 temperature sensor has been designed for, but it will prove how well the LS2 works, and with a higher temperature as well. Okay, so at the moment the H5-Pro Hub is telling me the current temperature of the water inside the kettle is 30 degrees Celsius. So let's give this a try and see how well it works. Okay, the alarm is going off on the H5-Pro Hub now, as you can hear in the background. So that means the kettle is very close to boiled. Just give it a few more seconds. And that's it. The H5-Pro Hub now says the temperature of the water inside the kettle it's just changed to 96.5 degrees Celsius. So this experiment has worked incredibly well, and it responded very fast to the temperature as well. So the McCreo temperature monitoring system does work very well not only at detecting cold temperatures, but as you can see it also works very well at detecting hot temperatures as well. And as you can probably see, a push notification has also come through to my tablet as well, with an email notifying me that the temperature has increased to 85 degrees Celsius or higher. Now I could also demonstrate the LS2 with the fridge as well, but I have already done this with the LS1 in the previous video, so I would recommend watching that video after this one, so you can see how well the McCreo temperature monitoring system works with refrigeration as well. Okay, and now that you have seen the LS2 temperature sensor working with the H5-Pro Hub, which it does do very well, and that was totally expected being McCreo, it's now time to introduce you to another McCreo Smart Sensor. And this sensor is also going to demonstrate to you that McCreo, in my opinion, is not only the best temperature monitoring system you can buy, it can also be used for so much more than that as well, as you're about to see. This is the McCreo SW2 water leak sensor. I've been looking really forward to testing out this sensor, and for two reasons. One, I know it's going to be really reliable because it's McCreo, and two, smart water leak sensors are one of my favorite smart sensors to use in my smart home. I seriously do absolutely love them. Now, unlike the LS2, the SW2 does not use the LoRa communication protocol. The SW2 communicates the exact same way as McCreo's ST5 temperature sensor here does, over a Bluetooth connection. It's equally as reliable as LoRa, but of course it doesn't have the capability to achieve the long-range distances that are achievable by using LoRa. The SW2 has a communication range of up to 40 meters, so 131 feet. Yes, that is still more than long enough for probably most uses, but LoRa will definitely still have its advantages going into the future. And now with the release of McCreo's H5-Pro Hub, this does excite me what McCreo actually have planned for the future as well. Now, because the SW2 communicates over Bluetooth, this means it is not only compatible with McCreo's H5-Pro Hub, but also McCreo's previous hub, the H5-Lite as well. The SW2 can be used in warm and cold environments, as it will work within any temperature range of -10 to 55 degrees Celsius. So that's -14 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just a small sensor, so it is very light in weight as well, weighing in at only 82 grams. And again, it can just be attached to anything using its adhesive Velcro pad here on the back. The SW2 also uses an external plug-in waterproof double probe cable, measuring 1 meter or 39 inches in length. Just like the ST5 sensor, the inductive probe cable attaches to the SW2 sensor using a 3.5mm connection, and it's been designed so you can also screw it onto something as well. As you can see, it's got this hole in the middle of it, which is a really great feature because this means you can screw it to the bottom of a wall at the perfect height, with the probes just touching the floor, waiting for any water to come into contact with them. Unlike the ST5 and ST6, which is the sensor here, which is McCreo's temperature and humidity sensor, the SW2 also has a built-in buzzer as well. And it's a really loud one as well, rated at 95 decibels. Of course, audible alerts is not the only way to receive notifications from this device though. You will also get alerts through the app and by email as well, just like all the other McCreo devices. But in having said that, I do love a smart sensor with a built-in audible warning as well. I personally wish all smart sensors had this feature built into them. Now again, just like the ST5 and ST6 sensors, the SW2 does also have a built-in rechargeable lithium battery. It's rated at 3.7 volts at 1800 milliamp hours, and it can be recharged through the built-in USB-C port here on the bottom of the device. That is, of course, when it actually requires recharging. As just like all the other McCreo sensors, the SW2 also has a battery life of 2 years. Of course, this lifespan can be significantly reduced due to its built-in buzzer, which McCreo actually say will have a life of 7 days if the buzzer is continuously sounding for a very long period of time. And I have to admit, that's actually really impressive for a buzzer rated at 95 decibels as well. Okay, and now that covers the specs of the SW2 sensor. It's now time to put this water leak sensor to the test and see how well it works with the H5-Pro Hub. And that's something I'm really excited to do as well. Okay, the SW2 water leak sensor has now been paired to the McCreo app and is now all set up and ready to use. The pairing process for this SW2 sensor is also really easy. You just press the setup button in the hole in the bottom of the device under the rubber cover next to the micro USB port one time to put the device into pairing mode, and then it can just be added to the app. Now the SW2 can also be used for a wide variety of things as well. You can mount it behind your washing machine or under the sink or next to a water pipe, basically anywhere where you want to be able to monitor the detection of a water leak. To make it easier to demonstrate, I have the inductive probe mounted inside this plastic bowl here on my table, and the SW2 sensor itself is mounted up higher on the wall, away from any water. And the reason for that is because even though the inductive probe cable itself is waterproof, the actual sensor is not. So you do not want water getting anywhere near it, as it will damage it. So now what I'm going to do is pour some water into the bowl, and once both of the probes come into contact with the water, the built-in alarm of the H5-Pro Hub is going to sound. It will of course also send me a message to my tablet as well to notify me that it has detected a water leak. Unfortunately, with the SW2 sensor, the H5-Pro Hub is unable to display its current status on the bigger dot matrix display. It can only display it in the little small box where it says no water. So just ignore this temperature reading here on the display at the moment, as it has nothing to do with the SW2 at all. The SW2 does not have built-in temperature reading capabilities as well. I would like to see McCreo add this in the future though, as well as design a LoRa version of the sensor. And having the status displayed on the big dot matrix display would definitely be a great feature to include as well. Okay, so I have my glass of water just here, so let's see what happens. Okay, the SW2 sensor has detected the water and set off the alarm on the H5-Pro Hub. As you can see, I have received a push notification as well on my tablet, as well as an email bringing the detection of the water leak to my attention in now 3 different ways. But there are 4 ways that the SW2 water leak sensor can alert you of a detected water leak, because as I mentioned earlier, the SW2 also has a built-in buzzer as well, but at the moment I have it turned off in the settings of the app. So let's try this test again, but this time with the SW2's buzzer turned on and the H5 Pro's built-in alarm turned off. Okay, that is definitely very loud, and that's good as well because it needs to be. If a water leak was detected in the night, you would definitely get woken up by the SW2's built-in buzzer, that's for sure. So the SW2 is no different than the ST5 and ST6 in regards to how well it works, because it works flawlessly, and it's reliable and trustworthy as well. If there is a water leak detected, the SW2 is definitely going to detect it for you, and you are definitely going to know about it as well, even if you're not at home to see it. So guys, as you have now seen, the H5-Pro Hub can not only be used as a temperature monitoring system, it does also have other uses as well. And I predict that in the future, McCreo will be introducing even more sensors that can be used with it as well, making it even better than it already is. The best thing about McCreo products is that you can trust them to do the job they are designed to do. So that makes McCreo great to use in any business that requires reliable technology that is always going to work. And that's exactly what you get with McCreo. This company makes high quality and reliable products only. And if you have seen all the other McCreo reviews on this channel, then you will know exactly what I mean. The LS2 is a great temperature sensor, just like the LS1. The LS2, with its external inductive probe and its ability to work within a larger temperature range, are the 2 main advantages the LS2 sensor has over the LS1. But depending on the application you are using it for, sometimes an external inductive probe is not always required, and so therefore the LS1, with its built-in inductive probe, would be the perfect sensor for you to use. Of course, the ST5 and ST6 are both great sensors as well, but as I have already mentioned, they are both Bluetooth sensors, so they are unable to work over the longer distances, such as the LS1 and LS2, which are both using LoRa. This is the first time I have actually used the SW2 water leak sensor from McCreo, and I love it. It works incredibly well, and I knew it was going to be really good before I even opened the box, to be honest. I always have high expectations from McCreo products, and they have never ever let me down. I still think their products are some of the best that you can buy, and I can highly recommend them to anyone. Anyway guys, that now brings us to the end of another video, and thank you so much for watching. I will of course put links in the description area below for anyone who already has the Mocreo H5-Pro Hub and want to expand on its capabilities with the LS2 temperature sensor or the SW2 water leak sensor here. And remember, you can add multiple sensors to both the H5-Pro and the H5-Lite hubs as well. If you liked this video or found it helpful, then please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel, where you can watch even more videos, which I upload every week, and I hope to see you all in the next video.